Well, GM, everybody. Happy Thursday morning. Um, Trying to just a real quick touch base here. I have to I'm getting ready to run to the airport here real quick, catch a flight. So just like I say, just making a quick
Morning. Safe flight.
sorry, I gotta shut my AI off here. Anyway, give me 1 second here. I'm just gonna go update everything over in Rumble and then see if we're working on see how things are working on everywhere else. So yeah, I'll just kind of talk as I'm going here. But yeah, just like I said, not normally I'm gonna try and do the show about now, but we'll stay on a little longer. Today, like I said, I'm traveling tomorrow. I won't be doing a show, but I will be back on Monday through Friday with the normal show. But anyway, just wanted to talk. Had the Fed meeting yesterday. I would say that Powell was a little bit hawkish. Obviously didn't run rates here. Didn't do anything. We knew that. That's no surprise at all. We really didn't expect him to cut rates or anything like that. There was like no percent chance, but he was pretty hawkish. Kind of. If you watched it, you kind of felt like what he was saying was, we're not cutting at all. Of course, he's out in May, and if that happens, that is what it is. But didn't do us any favors. But yeah, like I say, he's pretty political, to be honest with you. Trump's coming hard at him, so obviously neither of them are going to do anything to help each other. But anyway, a lot of people calling for true inflation showing it's down at like 1.2, 1.3. So a lot of people believe that a lot more. Basically they've got, looks like my thing is live here too, so I'll see if I can edit it. This is my first one ever live on YouTube. I don't even know what screen that is, what that's showing. That's bizarre. Let me see if I can pull this up. Sorry, first time that it's ever worked on. YouTube. So thank you, YouTube. Glad it finally got it working. I will be here. Crypto Bull Ron, I will be here. I will be here every day, Monday through Friday, opening bell, kind of talk about how things are affecting how the macro market's affecting everything else. So let me see if I can got my thumbnail in there. That's about it. I don't think that's great, but anyway, hopefully it's working. I got a thumbnail there. It's about it. But anyway, Crypto Bull Ron, quick introduction in case you're following me on YouTube. I've never been here before. Don't have any followers, but I post content, do this show. I've been doing a show on X for about 4 years now. Been in crypto since 2011, full time, late 16, early 17, so about 10 years. So, yeah, I don't know how to save everything, but it looks like thumbnail. I'll go in and mess with it later with the title and stuff like that. But oh, here we go. Sorry, apologize for the delay here, but first time updating everything on YouTube. So I'm happy to be on YouTube. Happy it's working. So hopefully we'll do it a little better next time. Let me just update my description and everything like that. But anyway, so that was kind of what was happening yesterday. Normally, like I say, this show will come to you about 11 a.m. to come to you from about 11 a.m. to 9 a.m. to just before 10 a.m. Well, like I say, covering what's going on with the thing. We're also live streaming live on Rumble and also over there on X as well. So welcome. Yeah, like I say, short show. I do have to run, but I did want to just talk a little bit about Powell's speech, kind of what he's doing. Go over to my normal thing here. Take a quick look. First, let's kind of look at the futures. Normally, I'll be on here when we open. Not going to do that, but NASDAQ futures. Let me just refresh this real quick. We'll hit this real quick. Everything's looking up slightly. Gold, of course, going crazy. $500. S&P looking to open over 7,000. So all-time high for S&P. And so yeah, NASDAQ futures look like they're going to be up just slightly. Dow, I'll call it pretty much even. The NASDAQ futures positive 0.3, Dow negative 0.07, S&P plus 15. The big news is gold. Gold, of course, is going crazy. $5,543. So that's all-time high. So we have gold all-time high. We have S&P all-time high. Meanwhile, of course, gold, Bitcoin's lacking. So it's kind of frustrating if you're in gold. I did a survey on X, though. What's in 3 years, what's going to be, what's more likely to 10X, gold or Bitcoin? That would put Bitcoin, I'd put gold at 55,000, would put Bitcoin about 880,000. I think Bitcoin's a lot more likely, but it has, we have definitely been lagging here, right? So there's no question. In fact, let me find this one real quick. Just hit a couple news things. Here it is, Ash Crypto. Silver plus 270, gold plus 90, NASDAQ plus 25, Bitcoin minus 15, altcoins minus 15. So listen, 50 rather. So look, it's kind of a tough space if you're in the crypto space right now. I would just say, if we zoom out, I still expect Bitcoin to do 30, 40% a year on average. Last 5 years, it's done about 70+%. So, hang in there. Now listen, obviously what's the real answer? The real answer to this is a diversified portfolio, right? Right now, if you have an aggressive Bitcoin portfolio, probably shouldn't be more than 15 or 20. Some of us are degenerates. Some of us have a lot higher than that, but 15 to 20 would probably be a really, aggressive allocation right now. So that, I guess that's the answer here. And just kind of wait. It'll come back around, it's kind of like a beach ball being held underwater, but yeah, just don't zoom in too much, zoom out a little bit. Here's a crypto news hunter. I guess I'm not going to hit all the news just real quick because I do have to run, but Trump is right. Powell is too late again. Tariffs, billions and lowest rate in the world. Like I say, if you go by Deflation rates, we're only a little over 1%. So, the challenge is we get deflation where everything starts to go lower and lower. Now, sounds good at first, but eventually it's probably worse. That's potentially what could happen. Prices go down, hurts the economy. So a lot of people like Pomp and stuff are calling for a deflation is a bigger risk right now than inflation. And so anyway, also keep in mind the Fed has a very narrow mandate. Okay, the Fed has a very narrow mandate at they have two things to worry about: interest rates and jobs. Whereas Trump has much larger. He's got to pay the national debt. We got a housing crisis. So basically, no matter what, worst case scenario, Powell does nothing between now and May. He gets out. Trump brings much more. Points a much more friendly Fed chairman. We see two or three rate cuts before the end of the year going into the election. Now, Lark Davis here, Crypto Lark, our guy from New Zealand, currently living in Dubai. He said, look, gold is up 21% in not 21 days. We have to be nearing a blow off top soon, hitting extremely overbought levels at every time frame. It's literally an entire Bitcoin market cap just so far today. Right now for Bitcoin, we always talked about Bitcoin flipping gold. I'll tell you, that used to be about a $480,000 Bitcoin when I started saying it. Now you'd literally be looking at $2 million plus $2.5 million Bitcoin. So, but keep in mind, a lot of times I know people are saying the last few times silver's run in the 70s, 80s, whatever, it crashed 70, 90%. Things are different now. There's more demand for silver. There's also, and gold, they're a hard asset. We have a huge debasement play going on because everyone's printing money like drunken sailors, right? We also have global uncertainty, and we have the dollar, people trying to get away from the dollar. So I don't know that we're going to have a big dump or a big correction. We could certainly, but it could certainly go higher. So keep that in mind. Yeah, New York mayor now saying, oh, we got a depression here. We've got to tax the rich. We've got this $12 billion hole. We've got to start taxing the rich. Listen, the smart money's going to leave New York faster than this whole playbook's been played. Oh, now we have to tax the rich and the companies, and everyone's going to flee there like rats off a drowning ship, right? So if I had time, I'd play the Russian national anthem. But these people voted this guy in. It's going to be an absolute shit show up there. Last thing I'll say, and then we'll check the market right now. We'll call it good. And like I say, I won't be here tomorrow, but I will see everyone next Monday through Friday. The GM opening bell crypto show. Also, if you want to catch me over on X at Crypto Bull Ron, I've been running the GM Bitcoin morning show. It's a space, so you don't get to see the charts and hear audio and stuff like that. But I will be over there again today. Enzo. And you can see once the show starts here in 20 minutes, you will be able to see my PFP. I'll have a circle on. I'll be co-hosting today since I'll be going through getting ready to get on my flight. So Enzo 305 will be hosting it. I'll be just co-hosting, but catch that show going on 4 years now. We'll be covering a lot more news and things like that. It runs for about an hour. But this show and that show will be going on every Monday through Friday. I will also grab some content. Like I say, Crypto Bull Ron, I've been here since 2011, full-time since almost 10 years now, or a little over 10 years now. So I'll be here bringing you kind of the purpose of this is to kind of bring you all the news that happened when you're sleeping. My full-time job is I do run a crypto venture fund. So this is my full-time job. So I'm up 5-6 hours before this show, finding out what happened, finding out where the direction the market's going. I will be bringing that to you. So like the video and give me a follow if you like this content. Normally we'd be running 40 minutes, 50 minutes and be a little more organized, a little less hurried. But one thing to think about, and we've talked about this for over a year now on the GM Bitcoin show, is copper, man. Another hard asset that's going to explode with all this AI and all these data centers getting in. So definitely keep an eye on copper and probably nuclear. One of the best ways we've been saying for over about almost 2 years now, the GM show is one of the best ways to play the AI is through power, and nuclear is definitely going to be a piece of that. So keep an eye on that. Let's just take a quick look at the markets again. Gold, see where the markets are looking to open. About flat, I would say. I'm not expecting. Then we'll take a quick look at the crypto and Bitcoin, and we'll wrap it up. Yeah, almost about as flat as you can get. Everyone's FOMO into gold, silver, but yeah, everything pretty much flat. There is some more earnings, a little bit of earnings today. Tomorrow morning, a lot of the big ones have already reported. Tesla, Meta, Microsoft, and stuff this week. But let's look at the crypto bubbles here. You see we're mostly in red. We look at Bitcoin itself, 87.9, just under 90. So it's down officially 2.2% for the day, flat for the hour. Expect that to maybe fluctuate a little at opening. Ethereum 2931. We are down officially to almost 3% for the day, 0 for the hour. Like I say, in the next hour, expect that to maybe change a little, maybe stay flat, which I'm okay with that. Solana 122.94, down almost 3% for the day. We were as high as 127, and now we're near the daily lows. So listen, sorry, apologize. It's a little rushed today, but look forward to, like I say, be skipping tomorrow. I will be travel day, but I'll see everyone next week.